Today on the No Sitting on the Sideline Dad podcast, episode number 8. What does connection, Amazon commercial, Tokyo train station master have in common? Next on the No Sitting on the Sideline Dad podcast. Welcome to another episode of No Sitting on the Sideline Dad podcast. I'm Joe Foley and I'm your host. Thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'm a dad and a parent just like you. And I know what time is living. So, especially this time of season with the holiday season arrive in the United States and around the world. So you choose to spend time. I really do appreciate it. This podcast is about having a conversation what it means to be a dad and a parent. And a person, I guess, in the world, because some of the topics that I choose, I think are relevant to, just trying to get along in this world. This will be a weekly podcast that is dedicated to a sense of community. There'll be some interviews, there'll be topics. I'm not an expert. I'm just like you on a journey trying to figure out this crazy life in this world. On today's podcast, something I wanted to share with you is, I watched 2 commercials over the weekend, and one thing keeps coming in my mind, the theme is the power of connection. I watched an Amazon commercial for Amazon Prime with 2 religious clergies and a Tokyo train master. The power of connection. I guess that's important. Power of connection, making friends. What does it mean to me? Have a good conversation. Be able to joke around. Be yourself. Well, I guess I'm watching the commercial, or the Amazon commercial actually. It's about 2 religious clergies. It was a Catholic priest and a Muslim clergy. What I found was interesting is it's kind of a morning time, and the priest opens the doorbell rings. Ding dong. And it's the Muslim clergy. They give hugs. So to me, they already have a connection. They're friends. Next you know, they're seen on the couch laughing and joking, sipping tea. All of a sudden they both grab their knees. Oh. They have something in common. They both have sore knees. What I found that interesting is, even though they're differences, they can find common ground. And I thought I think Amazon kind of hit that out of the park. Because we all can be friends. Even though we're different and look past the differences, we can be friends. It's funny. I used to work part-time at a gym in near where I used to live. And I talked to a lot of people, and I'll be honest with you, the job was not fun. Picking about the people in the gym, not the greatest thing in the world to be doing. But what I enjoyed the most was connecting with people. Every kind of top people. You got the big, heavy weight lift people that talk to them, like pick up your weights. People just come in there, they work on the treadmill for a half hour, just want to chit-chat about anything between the younger kids. There was a wide range of people, and it was always nice to know, hey, so-and-so, how you doing? Really? No, it's awesome. I would stop in the middle of vacuuming. I can remember this one guy. His name was Ron. He didn't work out very much. He just wanted to, I think he was lonely, just wanted to talk because he wanted to connect with people and have friends. Another time, I think, in my life that I can kind of relate to the power of connection is my very first date with my wife. I can remember it was raining, and we decided to meet at this local Irish pub. I was a little nervous. I was kind of nervous. So what I decided to do, I almost feel like it was a TV set. But I sat at one table facing the door, so because you come down the alleyway, it can almost like going to, it's like Cheers in Boston. But it was an Irish pub. Walked down the stairs. She looked right at me, sat down, started having a conversation. And I can remember what I had that day. We had a couple beers, and I remember having corned beef quesadilla. It was pretty good. But the point is, I knew then we made a connection. Because one thing I know about my wife, when she made the connection, she's a very good, intelligent woman, so she knows how to speak clearly and pronunciate every word. But then I had her drop her R's. so it's relaxed. So I knew I made a connection. It was interesting and something that I know that I can relate to the power of connection. Another situation I saw on Sunday on CBS Good Morning Sunday. It's a TV news show that comes on all the time. And then once in a while, you have good articles or good segments. But there's one thing that caught my eye when I thought it was pretty interesting. Was a Tokyo train station master. It opens up with two trains coming in, and a guy in a white suit with a white hat, almost like a military uniform, saluting all the trains coming in. What I found that was interesting is how he starts his day. Every day, he starts, before he goes into the station, bows twice, and goes in. It kind of helps him pay respect and prepares him for the day. Also, and that was very interesting because it helps him preps himself for dealing with the people and the customers. And I thought that was interesting. And also, he likes doing calligraphy, and he drew the letter N, the symbol N or something in the Japanese language, which his favorite word means connection. Because he talked about the people we meet from cradle to grave. Because you're going to meet a lot of people. Some people like you, some people can make connections, some people don't make connections. But he found that was most important is the people you work with and how precious they are. Because honestly, we spend a lot of time with people we work with. I would say 5 days out of the week, 40 hours a week, that's a long time. And if you don't like the people you work with, it can be a long day. I can relate because I work with 3 other gentlemen in the same department in close quarters, and we connect. Because friendship, because you connect. Even though one was my boss, but we have the power of connection because we all be ourselves. I found that important. I mean, I can relate to the people you work with. The one thing that I thought was interesting was the way he deals with, he has 500 employees, and he goes around every day, and the news reporter was with him, the guy who wrote the article, or wrote the segment and produced it, and he had a lot of hard time keeping up. But I thought it was very important how he checks in everybody, says hello, you make sure you're not being cold, or one lady, what was she doing again? One lady made sure she was tidy, made sure she was doing a good job dusting. One other side note I thought was fascinating, how quick they turn those trains over. When you do look at the video, which will be in the show notes, you just look at the link, it'll be in the show notes. They did it in 7 minutes, and I was like, is that going high speed? Am I going fast forward? Or no? No, I guess I wasn't. What I also found interesting, he sings happy birthday to everybody whose birthday, like if your birthday was today, he'd sing your birthday. Your birthday tomorrow, he'd sing to you as your birthday. He finds it important to make that connection because people find their birthday to be their special day. And I thought that was I thought that was amazing. I thought that was incredible as a person to want to make that connection with these people. I think one thing I take away, or a couple of things I take away from this whole 2 videos, the power important of connection. I just want to show my son, when he gets older, hey, people are different, but doesn't make them bad. People are different, doesn't mean you can't be friends and find common ground. I think that's important. We're all here on this planet, and we're all here for a limited time. Time is precious. It's a commodity we can't get back. So you got to choose how you want to spend your time. Well, that's all I have today for this episode, and I really do appreciate you being here. You can find all the show notes over at nosittingonthesideline.com. And please comment. If you feel like you need to reach out, I'll be happy to say hello, or just say you enjoyed the podcast. All comments help improve the podcast. So if you find something that can help improve it, please be constructive. And I appreciate feedback because I'm still on a journey. I'm learning this craft too by this whole podcast stuff, and I appreciate it. I can be reached at, if you want to email me, joe@nosittingonthesideline.com. Also, you can find me on Twitter at @NOSDadPodcast. Well, thank you, and thank you for your time. Until next time, have fun, get involved with your children. Thank you. See you.